We've already done one half of the Western Australia. West Coast Eagles had won the 2029 premiership in my previous rebuild I did. Now it's time to conquer the other side of Western Australia, the Fremantle Dockers. To see if I can get the Fremantle Dockers to win their first AFL premiership. I don't think the Dockers sign anyone in free agency in real life. Speaking of free agency, got to check the polls. Free agency poll, see if it was really good. Any good. But there's nobody here, although mostly a lot of these players must have either re-signed or went to other teams. Now for the trade period, Well, we declined a Switkowski deal to send him to the Bombers. How did you trade? Let's do a swap with Carlton. Liam Reedy, the bloke that cost Fremantle. He was the bloke that cost Fremantle those early wins against the Bluebaggers. He was the bloke that cost Fremantle a win over Geelong in round one. And he was frozen out by Lomua. And he'll be frozen out no more. He's off to Carlton. And there is another player, Justin Lomua, blamed for one of his fair team's shortcomings. And that happened against Brisbane in 2023. And the player I was talking about is Will Brodie. Well, the streets will never forget how good he was in 2022. He nearly got a Fremantle to the grand final. Man, he got robbed of the BNF that year. Anyways, you're free now, Will. Hey, Shannon, I can be able to give that a try. I can see if I can get anyone from the Dogs to come to Fremantle. Anyway, with this trade, we'll be sending... No, Mum. Anyways, with this next trade, we'll be sending Jeremy Sharp to the Dogs. 4-1 Marcus. Well, we did get Bontempelli before. In this West Coast rebuild I did. Let's see if I can try for Adam Treloar. If not Treloar, maybe the Bont. We'll be sending Jeremy Sharp to the Western Bulldogs in a straight swap for the Bont. And that is still done. We're doing a deal with the Eagles. Next up, we got to deal with the Lions. Get all these picks. One of our late ones. We done a bit of a pick swap. Anyways, we'll be sending pick 26 to Melbourne. Just so we can get Judd McVee through the door. McVee, he was a Fremantle supporter growing up. And now he's back at the Dockers. Remember the pick 100 of something we got from Port for Will Brodie? Well, we'll be sending that to Collingwood for Mason Cox. So, the big Mason is off to the Dockers. Just like he did just like he did in real life. Checking the draft pool to see if there is a Swede in. Oh no, I forgot to put Adam Swede in there. Well, I have to get an equivalent small forward to him. Is there anyone else that left the Dockers? Anyways, let's do another deal with trade with Melbourne. We'll give the Demons Sam Swikowski, Tracy, Wagner, and Oscar McDonald are all gone Melbourne's way. In return, the Dockers will get, well, Aussie Pickett. Those Fremantle's the team he wants to leave Melbourne for. Trent Rivers. And Jacob Van Rooyen. And we'll probably add Colton Fostrip to the deal. Let's see if Melbourne accept. They do? Cosy Pickett could be the new Jeff Farmer at Fremantle. Let's see if we can bring this 99 rated 4 forward from South Australia. Based in South Australia. Plays for the Crows. And we'll probably throw Paddy Voss in the deal to help Adelaide upgrade the forward line. And maybe a first round pick would do the job, which Adelaide accept. Giving Fremantle a 99 rated forward. Well, we're going to have to say goodbye to Sam Sturts. Well, he's been packaged off to Essendon for pick 119. So he can have enough room in the draft. And now the Bombers are going back with another one of us forwards. Bailey Banfield. We don't give him the luxury. And Draper and Sharp have already been promoted to the senior list. Trade period is closing. It's closed. We get pick 16. We'll probably go with Chamberlain. 17. Fremantle. Going with 1. Long. We'll also go with Tobin Murray from Geelong's VFL program. Rookie draft. We'll get Leon Kickett, the son of Dale Kickett. And Ryder Luke. Out of our WAFL programs. We'll give McVee the number 7 shirt. We'll probably have to give number 10 to Cozzy. But probably give 30. We'll give 33 to Cozzy. Rivers to get 20. Van Rooyen 17. The Big Mason will wear his 46. The Bont to get number 1. We'll give number 10 to Fostrup. Give 14 to Matt Johnson so we can give 44 to Mason Cox. I'll probably give 18 to Murray, 19 to Chamberlain, 1 to get 27, 35 to Keckett, 39 to Luke. Let's create a new deal with Collingwood. Let's then pick 5 to the Magpies. For the return of one of Fremantle's favourite daughters, Michaela Hyde, coming back to the Fremantle Dockers. After hearing the news of Mason Cox has signed for the Dockers, and myself signed for the Dockers. Now we head to season 2026 to see if this Fremantle squad will enter the premiership window. To see if I can get the Dockers. Could this be the year we could see the Dockers conquer the West? This Freo side could punch above their weight in 2026. Get false drop. I'll probably start him ahead of cover. I'll probably make Erasmus the substitute. Mason Cox will be there for a bit of squad depth. Got to put Jordan Clark in the side. Well, good start so far for the Dockers. Opening round, we got Essendon in Perth. Oh no, injury to Jacob Van Rooyen. Well, at least there's a positive. At least we got Mason Cox. The big Mason. The one that we got from Collingwood. We'll make Luke Jackson more of a forward. Make Mason more of a ruck. I reckon the trick might have worked. Fremantle won by like 70 points against the Bombers. Well, it seems like there's been some upgrades galore over at Fremantle. We've scheduled the travel. Take us to Par 3, say 3 days early. We'll go 2 days early because of the cost. Give them 5-star flights. And when we go to Melbourne, places like Melbourne and all that. Van Rooyen comes back in the team. Just Fremantle were done enough to beat the Saints in round one. Oh no, we got no Brennan Cox. We'll play Cooper Simpson for the derby. And how do we lose to West Coast? I don't get this Fremantle team. 1 minute we can beat the Saints, and next minute we lose to the Eagles. I just don't get it. I don't get how we're 7th place. We're a team with premiership aspirations. So we'll get Lee Kalia in the mid-year draft. Give him the 40 Guernsey. Mm. 60 points. We lost the derby, boy. Somehow it's not our year. We're getting cooked. Oh no, we're playing really bad. How is this Fremantle side this bad? How are we this bad? I don't know if are we this bad. How the hell are we so bad? I don't know if it's this team, but how are we this bad? I swear we're playing a bunch of crocs. Amos to come in for Cox. The problem we really need to fix. Gotta get our premiership hopes back on track. Well, we're back. No Luke Ryan. Doesn't matter, we got Jordan Clark back. Guess who else is back? Cozzy Pickett. We'll put Jackson in the ruck. Make Banfield the sub. We lose to Adelaide. Chapman comes in. What are we doing? Well, football in Western Australia is cursed. Well, here's my prediction for the State of Origin in February. Victoria by 100 points. I reckon Victoria will win the State of Origin game easily. Because their football program has been well looked after for years. This might be Western Australia's worst loss at home since 1988, when they lost by 8 goals against Victoria. I'm sorry if I offended any Western Australian viewers. For a team with such high hopes, we end up getting shot in the foot. This season. Now we're in the free agency period for the 2027 season. Here we are, trade period's open. It is still with Collingwood. We'll give Collingwood Jaeger O'Meara, Brandon Walker, Matthew Johnson. We're pretty much dumping the dead weights. Brendan Cox. Send them both to Collingwood in return for Darcy Moore. Josh Dacos. And Nick Dacos. We're slowly turning Fremantle into a team full of old Collingwood players. Kickett's pre-signed for the Dockers. Draper's been promoted to the senior list. We'll send away an unhappy Lee Collier who we got in the mid-season. If you don't want to be with us, that's fine. We'll send you elsewhere. Who will we get in return from Geelong? How about Jed Buslinger? I think he might have been a Dockers supporter growing up. There we go. Jed Buslinger's coming humming home. Back to Western Australia. In return, we just sent Lee Kalia Packard back to Victoria. Well, it's time. Time to bring the Lord back to Fremantle. Lord Meek comes home back to Freo. It's been a busy window for the Dockers. Got Liam Driscoll at 8. Parsons and Peach. O'Sullivan, Henson, and Hunter. That's a new numbers assigned for next year. Well, will 2027 be the year? We give it another try. We just can't stop losing. This has been disappointing. This rebuild's turned into a disappointment. Seems like half the Dockers aren't even caring at the moment about their footy. And it's a big win against the Saints. Still in Melbourne the next week, this time versus Richmond. Big win. Holstrup's injured. Again. Caden, stop losing the Carlton. I guess Liam Reedy's got the last laugh on us. We just keep getting laughed at by a former player. Liam Reedy. Death, taxes, and Fremantle losing in my rebuilds. This club's cursed. Carlson's back. This kind of does feel like an extreme rebuild. This one. Sydney run away with it in the third quarter. You know what? I'm turning injuries off. These injuries always have to happen to this club. With the idiots, I mean, letting us down. Screwing this great club over. 41-point win over the Dogs. Next up, we got Port Adelaide. In Adelaide. Well, the bloke coaching Port Adelaide in this dismal performance against Fremantle is Josh Carr. He's the Port Adelaide coach for this dismal performance. Oh, he's been sacked. Darren Reeves will be the new coach of Port. Next up, we got Essendon. We got McVee back for this game. What is it with us and losing? Well, phew, we beat Hawthorn. Freo was 7th. Sacrifice. This is a big sacrifice we need to make. We have to drop Alex Pearce. One minute after I said the club is cursed, Fremantle are closing in on the top 4. I take back what I said. $54-point win. Freo are now sitting in 5th. They are a really dangerous team to verse when on a good day. A very good day. Fremantle are very hard to verse. 66-point win over Geelong. Puts Fremantle back in the box seat. How many of that in a row? We've won 4 in a row. It's a bit of a marathon. This for a chance. Remember when Fremantle finished third on the ladder in 2013 and went to Melbourne for a final? Well, we did actually go to Geelong for an elimination for a qualifying final and won. What a game. And we have, well, we pretty much repeating like we did in 2013. We're just versing. Yes, it is. That is perfectly good. What a marathon. Fremantle ran like a marathon this one. How did this happen? How did we go from one of the worst teams halfway through the season to in a grand final? For the first, well, this is like 2013, but can this 2020, can the Clark and Fremantle Dockers, the class of 2027, do way better than the class of 2013 and win the grand final? We've got the Crows to verse. We're back in Melbourne for the grand final. Can the Freo Dockers win the premiership? And bring the cup to Fremantle for the first ever time. Here we go.
Hello
Grand
everyone,
final
I'm
day.
Anthony Hudson.
25, no,
Saturday afternoon
2027.
football. It's great to have you with us at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The grand final is here at last. This should be a classic between Adelaide and Fremantle. This is the day when dreams come true, when hearts are broken, when reputations are enhanced or diminished. For some, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And here come the visitors.
Will 2027 be the year of the Docker?
Daniel Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
Pleasure to be here, Hutto. I'm going with the Dockers. Not the popular pick, but I just think they're a bit more settled and well placed to counter the opposition's strengths. I could see this one going down to the final minutes.
Thanks for those thoughts, Harf. Plenty of noise and excitement as we await the coin toss. The Crows' biggest ever win against the Dockers stands at 117 points in round 15, 2009 at Amy Stadium. The scoreline, a barely believable 19-16-130 to 1-7-13. 12 Crows players registered 20 disposals or more, while Jason Paul-Pleasure and Kurt Tippett booted 5 goals. The moment has finally arrived. O'Brien wins it down. Edwards leading from the front. Draper in space. Can run and carry. That's careless kicking. Fogarty appreciates that delivery.
The Dockers are on the back foot almost immediately. It was an easy setup for this first shot at goal.
It would be a great effort if he can get it home from there. He slammed it into the woodwork.
It's nice to back yourself, but you've still got to play the percentages and put the team first.
Taking no risks with the kick in. He's hit up the lead. The Dockers might be about to start something. The kick was centimetre perfect. Brayshaw gets a good bounce. What's he got on offer? Spearing pass. Well played. Goes long. Amos had his name written all over it. Golden opportunity here.
Nothing better than to convert a big contested mark into a goal.
He should kick it. He does. He's got the first of the grand final.
He had the opportunity to put them in front. That's exactly what he's done. Lovely finish.
The Dockers on the board early. Meek wins it out of the centre. Dacos, Bontempelli can't afford to give it back in the corridor. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. Van Rooyen. Bolton takes the hand pass. He's been busy so far. Is this their chance? No easy exit. They've put themselves under pressure. Brown feeling the heat. That was a brilliant tackle. Oh, they're hitting in hard. Meek with a deft tap. Bontempelli, snap at goal, good-looking kick, it's home!
The Crows are on the back foot. That was possibly a bit too easy.
The Dockers are up for this. It's a great start. O'Brien with the tap, like Batman and Robin. Dawson, that's a dreadful hand pass. May, he's been dispossessed. Bontempelli threw himself at it. Moore went bang. Danger averted, frantic defence.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Dacos to bring it back in. Who's front and centre? Fogarty. There goes the kick. It's online and they've got their first in the grand final.
It gives everyone a shot of confidence when one of your key forwards is able to hit the scoreboard early.
The Crows have opened their account. Meek wins it down. Brayshaw, Bontempelli. He's made a hot start to this match. Sarong only knows one way. May has worked hard to present.
Already some good signs for them with how they're trying to move the football.
He hasn't troubled the scorers, and he won't with that effort. That's a useful ball. What can they muster from the back half? And they're away. Ryan works hard to present. Good penetration on the kick. Chapman clears the area. He's stopped in his tracks. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Meek gets his hand to it. Dawson with half a chance. Kicks for goal. And have a look at that. It's a wonderful finish under pressure.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
The Crows are having a lot of the play and making it count too. Meek with a deft tap. Brayshaw, Bontempelli, May. They've given it back. Dawson, he'll work all day. Ryan. Quick kick towards centre half forward. Walker, that's good work rate. The Crows looking ominous. Tholstrup is there to save the day. Normally delivers. Dacos, all on his own. Neat little worm burner. May has found some space. Cumming might go for a run. Can he hit a target? Neil Bullen gets the kick away. Rivers desperate to win it back. That's a bit of a gift. Pokes it into the pocket. Curtin uses the body well. Golden opportunity here.
If he can nail this first shot at goal, he might just be in for a big day.
The definition of optimism is hoping for him to miss that. He doesn't.
The Dockers might need to throw someone behind the ball because they're being opened up too easily.
They've got their tails up now. Meek with a deft tap. Brayshaw met solidly. They're tackling with venom today. O'Brien smashes it out of there. Greenwood, Dawson gives it everything. Good disciplined defence. Walker, he's kicked a goal.
That will do his conference the world of good to start like that.
The Crows have well and truly got the jump now. Meek with a deft tap. Dacos plays on. Young, what can he do with it? Bontempelli marks it centre half forward.
You'll have to give it a ride to get it home from there.
Big kick required. It's not a bad effort. He's got the distance comfortably, but he's off target. He's off. The Crows have started well. Worrell makes position. Crouch with a chance to run. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Neil Bullen can keep it moving. They're playing with purpose and poise. Draper doing what he does best. Bontempelli needs to be quick. No one can mark. Young, he doesn't waste many. Pickett demanded the footy and got it.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
Looks good off the boot. He's got it.
Some good ball movement there created that opportunity, and a cool finish as well.
It's only early, I know, but that was a much-needed goal to establish a foothold in this match. Edwards, Dawson, Keys. They're a big chance here. Fogarty, too big, too strong, too good.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
Touch and go. Misses.
They dodged a bullet there. They might not be so lucky next time.
What a time here. A great contest so far, and lots to look forward to. Gary Lyon is down on the boundary. Gaz, what have you got for us?
There's not a lot to separate the teams, either on the scoreboard or on the stat sheet. Disposals, clearances and inside 50s are all fairly even. If the match continues like this, it'll be engrossing, but I can't help but feel that someone will break it open at some point. I'm just not sure who.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. Meek with a deft tap. Reed, Bontempelli. He'll pump them into attack once more. Worrell with a big fist. Jackson throws it on the boot, and that's a goal.
Generally, you want your opposition to have to work at a bit harder than that for their goals.
The Dockers have trimmed the margin back to 2 points. Meek has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. Reed, here's the vital kick inside the 50. Worrell takes an excellent grab. That's good vision. Cumming with a chance to relieve the pressure. Quality delivery by foot. Ignoring the corridor for now. Greenwood, it's no place for the faint-hearted. The fans will be happy to see this. And he's done for holding the ball.
No umpire ever changed their decision because a player had a whinge.
What's he got on offer? Doesn't often waste it. And inside 50 goes begging. Searching kick. Voss, dangerous to leave on his own. They're moving the footy well here. That's skillful. Rochelle, probably too far out to score. Greenwood, they have absolutely spifflicated him. The umpire says he had no prior. Good ruck work. Reed, Walker runs onto it. Squeezes the kick. Knew the tackle was coming. They cannot keep him quiet. Reed, that's a bit of a waste. Tidy ball. Honours the lead. Is anyone home? Draper spoils. Curtin. This should be a goal. Big chance. And he does not let let them down.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish matched the quality of the work upfield.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. Punch clear. Reed. Bontempelli. Young. Caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. Van Rooyen. Meat. Farms it out. Turned over. Keys. Edwards. He's been busy so far. Bouncing ball. Curtin. Pickett. Didn't need to be asked twice. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Keys. Laird has pushed up. Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're live. The Crows' biggest ever win against the Dockers stands at 117 points in round 15, 2009 at Amy Stadium. The scoreline, a barely believable 19-16-130 to 1-7-13. 12 Crows players registered 20 disposals or more, while Jason Paul-Pleasure and Kurt Tippett booted 5 goals. The first bounce of a grand final never gets old. The big men fly. It's a hot footy, does well under pressure. Ball spills free in the tackle. Edwards, Ryan, just shoveled it out. He's copped some of his own medicine. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Meat gets his hand to it. Bontempelli squeezes the kick. Bolton hacking it forward. Ryan went bang. Amos, that's a bruising tackle. Great tackling technique there. Rucks go at it. They have a good understanding, those two. Draper takes an excellent grab. Penetrating ball. Brayshaw is the man on the spot, and he's marked.
They should be on the board with a goal.
He should kick it. He does. He's got the first of the grand final.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
The Dockers on the board early. O'Brien, the winner there. Crouch, Dawson, good build-up. Edwards, O'Brien. Can he find a teammate? Voss is the target, and he marks.
If he can nail this first shot at goal, he might just be in for a big day.
That's not going to come back. It wasn't his best effort.
Gee, he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
Rivers, tasked with the kick-in. If you don't wish to watch a replay, look away now.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
Rochelle tries to bend one back, and that is a skillful finish.
He had the opportunity to put them in front. That's exactly what he's done. Lovely finish.
The Crows in front now. Meek wins it down. Dacos. Bontempelli going for territory. Brown is so strong one-on-one.
Kicking at his first.
Drop pass. Goal!
I feel better now they're in front and getting some reward on the scoreboard.
Good match so far. Meek wins it. Brayshaw. Dacos. Gets the kick away. Thelstrup has a vice-like grip. They've got them on the overlap. Dawson saves the day. Holds it up, waiting for an option to present. Draper, time and again, he gets to the right place.
He doesn't have a lot of shots, so you can understand him wanting to take this one.
That's not going to be a goal. Worrell clears the area. Rushed over and they can reset.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
He's off. Tumbles a punt towards the boundary line. Ryan with a chance to run. Worrell can keep it moving. What a hand pass. He's been busy so far. Who's front and centre? Buslinger. It's a tough game out of the congestion. Chapman. That's a useful ball. Brayshaw on a lead. Can't hang on under close attention. Laird accepted the invitation. Bolton. Brown taken to ground. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. O'Brien gets his hand to it. Edwards just had to get it out. They've given it back. Has a ping. It won't be a goal. Gets it to safety.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
They've set up well for the kick-in. Ryan has found some space. Short pass looks good. Have they weathered the storm? And they're away. Quality delivery by foot. Clever kick. They could be vulnerable here. Slowing it down. Dacos presents in space. The defence is disorganised. Brayshaw can just about go all the way.
It'll take his best, but we've seen him do it before.
It's a deep kick. Van Rooyen is too strong and can extend the margin.
Already some good signs for them with how they're trying to move the football.
Bends it around the body. That's on target. Through it goes.
He has produced a clinical finish there to cap off a terrific passage of play.
The Dockers away to a flyer. O'Brien wins it. Keys. Dawson. The Crows haven't been inside 50 for a while. Moore. And they're out of trouble. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Comes free in the tackle. Can he hit a target? Thilthorpe drops into the hole and marks.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
They could really do with a straight kick. He's up to the task, and he's pulled one back.
That's a timely, steadying goal, and the Shadows are caught at time.
It's only early, I know, but that was a much-needed goal to establish a foothold in this match. O'Brien showing his skills. Keys, hand pass cut off. Kicks inside the forward 50. Good disciplined defence. Going at his first, and he's got it.
The Dockers have had a great start. Their energy is terrific. They're moving the ball well and hitting the scoreboard.
So the underdogs throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. The big men fly. Bontempelli, Dacos, Meek under pressure. Brayshaw. The Dockers have started well. Van Rooyen lurking menacingly. The Dockers with a fast start, but plenty of work still to do. It's quarter time. Gary Lyon is here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
The Crows were slow out of the blocks and they're already playing catch-up. The scoreboard damage isn't enormous, though, and a good second quarter can get this game back on terms by half-time. It all starts in the midfield and making sure they give their forwards the best chance to kick a winning score.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. O'Brien showing his skills. Keys, Dawson into the action again already. Phil Thorpe, that one was always his.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
No trouble there, and they are hanging around like a bad smell.
That was a bit too easy. The ball movement was excellent, but not great pressure.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. Meek wins the tap. He's drawn a crowd. They're going nowhere, and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Meek looking for territory. Bontempelli, Brayshaw. He's everywhere at the moment. In no man's land. Tholstrup. Coming, tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Worrell, he had prior opportunity.
He's not hiding his annoyance, but I think he's more upset with himself than with the umpire.
Already got one today.
That'll go close. I tell you what, it's better than close. It's a goal.
That's a delightful finish, and he's pretty happy with himself too.
The Dockers are holding them at bay. Meek, the winner there. Brayshaw has brought his own ball. He'll pump them into attack once more. Reed, it's a big kick. Is it big enough? Brown, right spot, right time.
He hasn't looked like missing so far, so I'll back him in here.
He pops through his third.
That was reminiscent of Tony Plugger-Lockett, the way he used his body, then went back and put it straight through the middle.
The Crows are in danger of being run over. O'Brien slaps it out. Rankin, Dawson takes the hand pass. Brayshaw in the centre square. Millerer, can you believe it? Oh, that's incredible. Peatling working hard and being rewarded. Keys all on his own. Buslinger making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Rochelle, he's got it.
Better ball movement on that occasion allowed them to open up that opportunity in front of goal, and they've got full reward for it.
Can they follow that goal up with another? O'Brien has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. Dawson pokes it into the pocket. Moore with the big fist. Absorbs the pressure. Squeezes the kick.
The Crows, clearance work is certainly not the reason they're behind on the scoreboard. It's been good today.
Meek showing his skills. Dacos, he'll feel that one. He didn't want it to spill out there. They have absolutely spifflicated him. O'Brien got his palm to it. Dawson, boot to ball, and that's a goal.
Their efficiency in front of the sticks has arguably kept them in this game.
The Crows having a good patch. The big men fly. He'll be sore in the morning. Brayshaw, Sarong, what can he do with it? He's done brilliantly. Laird, spoils. It's hard to work out what they're trying to do here. The call is insufficient intent.
Assuming it wasn't a skill error, that wasn't well disguised. Straightforward, you would think.
That's close. He liked it off the boot, and now he likes it more.
Perhaps a bit fortunate with the free kick, but he went back and made the most of it.
The Dockers are keeping them at arm's length. Meek wins it down. Dacos leading from the front. They might be caught out on the turnover. Neil Bullen in the clear on centre wing. Thilthorpe has found some space. Searching kick. Buslinger is proving hard to pass. Fogarty throws it on the boot, and that's a goal.
They'll be looking for more of that. If they get it, they'll be in front in no time.
The goals are coming thick and fast. This is great to watch. Rucks go at it. Dacos, Bontempelli honours the lead. What's he got on offer? Neat little worm burner. They've got a problem now.
It's as if they don't rate this player. He's already hurt them and he's about to hurt them again.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
They dodged a bullet there. They might not be so lucky next time.
They've set up well for the kick in. Good thinking and good execution too. The kick is precise. Doesn't often waste it. The Crows are out of trouble. That'll work. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Meek wins it back. Great mark. That's a useful ball. Turned over on centre wing. Rochelle finds himself unattended. Kicks inside the forward 50. Edwards. No one's gone near him. And he could make them pay.
His goal was so far, but this would be a great way to get on the score sheet.
I think he'll get the distance. It's a fair kick, but it won't be a goal.
Nothing wrong with having a go, but it might have been a better option to set that one up to the top of the square.
Dacos with the footy. Quality delivery by foot. Can he hit a target? Clark with a chance to relieve the pressure. Chapman has found some space. Bolton working hard and presenting well. He might have thought about the corridor. Rankin intercepts on centre wing. Rochelle makes position. Got to get it forward now. Looking for two in a row. Chapman drops into the hole and cuts that one off. Bontempelli with a chance to run. Bolton pushes into space and receives the footy. Tholstrup can keep it moving. Well-weighted kick. None of them could stop him. He read it superbly. The defence has fallen down. Walker wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. And they're away. Fogarty, that's good work rate. Rankin, crunching tackle. They're tackling with venom today. Walker smashes it out of there. Rankin, long ball in. Thilthorpe, he's plucked it and should have a shot.
He's been striking them well. This shouldn't present any problems.
Kicks for goal. It's a lovely looking kick. He's drilled it.
These defenders are going to have to tighten up. They've been giving them way too much space.
Both sides are cracking in hard at the present time. It's a great contest. The Dockers head to the rooms with a narrow lead. We could have a thriller on our hands.
What's happening down there, Gary?
The Dockers have put in a strong performance so far. There's still a long way to go, of course, but they've laid down a template for how they can beat this side. They've come in well prepared and are playing a disciplined brand of footy that sees them in this contest up to their eyeballs.
Thanks, Gary, as we get going again. It's been a great duel between the two big men.
Brayshaw, he's caught. Can he find a teammate? Anyone's ball. Rivers. May. Goes long. Van Rooyen is in the clear and marks uncontested.
He's 1 from 1 so far.
Struck it well. No problems there.
That's a simple shot in most circumstances, but in a tight grand final, the pressure is immense, and he's stared it down.
The Dockers are really taking it to them today. Meek has probably got the points at this stage. And we will do it all again. Meek has rucked tirelessly. Reed, Keys, gets there first. That's an impressive mark. What's he got on offer? They need a mark. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. He's wrapped up. Fogarty. He converts and narrows the margin.
Great team goal. If they keep playing like that, they won't be behind for long.
This is a ding-dong battle. Both sides unrelenting in their attack on the footy. Brayshaw, Reed, good-looking kick. That's well played. Probing ball. Punched away. Brown with an opportunity. Heads for home. That was never missing.
It was no secret they needed to quell his influence, but they haven't been able to do it. He's had his way with them.
The Dockers are doing enough to keep their noses in front. Meek wins the hit out. Dacos, Reed, looking to extend this margin. Good disciplined defence. Has to be clean. Greenwood in the centre square. That's skillful. They're moving the footy well here. Useful hand pass. It's a high ball. Clark with the intercept mark. Normally delivers. Brayshaw works hard to present. The Crows forcing them out wide. Miller read that one like a book. Keane, Walker, Curtin. Had his name written all over it.
This to get the margin back to just 1 point.
It's not the best kick. Has he done enough? No.
I just wonder how many more chances like that they're going to get.
Rivers, tasked with the kick in. Bolton presents in space. That's good vision. Reed in the clear. The Dockers look well drilled. Manages to find a teammate. Amos, dangerous to leave on his own. Chapman, strong grab. Pickett, he's been quiet. Reed, great hands there. Tidy ball. Brown commands the footy.
I reckon someone got caught ball watching then. You've got to be switched on at all times.
Brown,
He can hurt them again, and he does.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Dockers have the edge, but they're in a dogfight. Don't worry about that.
Meek has had his measure today.
Dacos, Brayshaw. The defenders will be nervous. He's hit up the lead. Banging to full forward. Worrell went bang.
That's commitment to the cause.
Trying to get it out of the danger zone. Dacos takes an excellent grab.
What's he got on offer?
A good kick here and they'll be in business.
Worrell doing what he does best.
Pickett. He doesn't miss many of these, and he hasn't missed that one.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if he can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
The Dockers clearly didn't read the script. They were supposed to struggle today. Walker wins it out of the centre, like Batman and Robin. Dawson. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. Good ruck work. Edwards. That's a legal disposal, isn't it? Brayshaw. Thumped away. Laird. Dangerous place to lose it. Takes the advantage. Stripped of it. Clever kick.
They've opened them up here. I've liked his game today.
The Dockers have all the answers. They can smell victory. Laird.
We've seen that before.
Bolton. He's everywhere at the moment.
Who's got the wheels?
Pickett. You can see their confidence growing.
The umpire's pinged him for insufficient intent.
As long as they're consistent, that's all we want to see.
Draper snares the loose ball.
It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. No leniency from the umpire there.
You've got to be quicker than that.
Alarm bells are ringing.
Looking to hit up the short option.
Lace out. Great footy.
The Crows are flat at the moment. Perhaps a goal here would energise them.
He's given it a tug and missed.
The way they've kicked a goal today, you wouldn't have been surprised if that had gone through too.
Dacos brings it back in. Oh no, what's he doing? Just needs an accurate kick now.
He's got it right where you want it. No excuses not to finish the job.
No problems there.
A contested mark and goal, exactly what the doctor ordered.
The Crows
snare a badly needed goal.
Meek slaps it out. Brayshaw can send them into attack. Dacos. They've bottled it up. Jackson has got on top. Bontempelli is there. Who can run onto this and pump it forward? That sloppy play, and it could come back to bite.
They appeal for holding the ball, and the umpire agrees.
It's a hot footy today.
Voss has found some space. Neil Bullen working hard and being rewarded.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
That won't be a goal. It might not even score. No, it has scored, but a disappointing result all the same.
That passage of play deserved a better finish.
The Dockers lead it narrowly at three-quarter time. This is a brilliant contest, and the best is still to come. It's time for some observations from Gary Lyon.
The Dockers have been ultra impressive, but I'm a little concerned that they may have spent too many petrol tickets too soon. They've been frenetic for three quarters, and that takes a toll. If they get the first couple of this term, look for them to slow the game down.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you.
Important clearance here. Crouch, Keys, thought his way through it. Quality delivery by foot.
Remarkably, this will be his first inside 50. Fogarty, he's rushed to behind for his own team.
Well, I can't work out the thinking there.
Dacos to bring it in. Tholstrup on a lead. He's generally a good kick.
Van Rooyen
Can keep it moving. Tholstrup. Ball spills free in the tackle.
that wasn't worthwhile. Goes very wide. The non-preferred lets him down.
That's the value of pressure.
He doesn't waste many. Tholstrup. Can he mop up? Kicks to centre wing.
Time to turn on the Jets.
Brayshaw. It's no place for the faint-hearted.
The lift door's closed on him, and he's gone.
He's not hiding his annoyance, but I think he's more upset with himself than with the umpire.
Keys leading by example.
When one tackle just won't do.
They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. Rucks go at it. Dacos. Reed in the right spot. Jackson. Brayshaw. What a game he's having. Who's front and centre? Keane.
You asked for it. You got it.
The Crows will have one eye on the clock. Punch clear. Dawson has covered some territory today.
They cannot keep him quiet.
This is good ball movement. Takes the logical option. Crouch is released by the handball.
Bad error there. Complete commitment.
Lays it off.
He picked his pocket.
Almost threw it out.
Worrell with another spoil.
Bolton. Dacos loves the hard stuff. Jackson bends it around the body. That's on target. Through it goes.
That could be the decisive goal in the match. They've got the margin out beyond 2 kicks.
The Dockers with a steadying goal. O'Brien,
The winner there.
Crouch.
They are hunting the ball carrier. They're tackling with venom today.
Meek wins it. Bontempelli. Reed. He'll be sore in the morning.
The Crows simply have to find a way to get the ball inside 50 more often here.
Meek,
The winner there.
Dacos, a model of consistency. Moving the footy laterally. Clark, just trying to get it forward under pressure. Tholstrup gets to the front spot and can line them up.
He's batting at 100% so far.
He's already got one. He's still got one.
Some good work to create that shot on goal, but unfortunately, the finish let them down.
Trying to catch them out.
Can he find a teammate? Peatling with a chance to relieve the pressure. Honours the lead. Crouch all on his own. Dishes it off. Ryan picking their way through. The Crows
Moving the ball well.
neat little stab kick. Curtin works hard to present. Normally delivers. Voss gathers. Will he pump it deep? Time is starting to become a factor. Meat has rucked tirelessly. Bontempelli uses the non-preferred. In no man's land. Dacos.
Stoppage coming up on the wing.
Meat with the tap. Dacos. Bontempelli takes the hand pass.
It would have been harsh to call that insufficient intent.
The Crows, clearance work is certainly not the reason they're behind on the scoreboard. It's been good today.
Walker palms it down. Knew the tackle was coming. He just keeps racking up disposals. Fogarty, Edwards. The kick's astray and out of bounds.
The Dockers would arguably be sitting on a greater lead if they'd been a little more careful with the ball. They sort that out, they'll be hard to stop.
Walker looking for territory. There goes the kick inside the 50. Chapman wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. Lowers the eyes. Clark has charged into space. That's skillful. The Dockers are out of trouble. Tidy ball. Laird is racking up spoils. Dawson in the clear on centre wing. The clock is the enemy now. They're moving the footy well here. Keys, Rochelle. He's going with a drop pass. I think it's on track. Yes, sir. What a goal.
Great team goal. If they keep playing like that, they won't be behind for long.
The tension is unbearable. Every mistake magnified. These players must be running on fumes and dreams. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Brown comes free in the tackle. Poor hands there. Brayshaw couldn't get an effective disposal. How did he get rid of it? Illegally, says the ump.
It's a bad feeling when you know you've been done cold.
Good work rate. Feeds it out. Walker, you have to be tough to play this game. The umpire whistles for a ball up. Big clearance to win here. Dacos, Bontempelli has the ping. It won't be a goal. Gets it to safety.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Looking for a quick transition. Worrell in the clear. Good kick. Fogarty pushes into space and receives the footy. And they're away. Voss, he's stopped in his tracks. No way through there, and they'll reset. Meek is giving him a bath. Dacos leading from the front. Young, rinse and repeat. Meek is teaching him a lesson. Dacos, Brayshaw with a flying shot at goal. It's good.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
Not many tip this result. Meek continues to have his way. Brayshaw, Bontempelli. A quick getaway wasn't possible. Clark got a fist in. Buslinger stripped of the footy. Fogarty should be in the votes today. Rochelle, can he get a shot away? Throws it on the boot, and that's a goal.
Well, that'll ease the nerves. It was a big moment, and now it seems they'll get across the line.
$11 points the difference. Walker got his palm to it. Brayshaw, Bontempelli. There goes the kick inside the 50. You can't question his commitment. Can he hit a target? Dawson fighting hard. Panicked under pressure. Clark, they must be sick of the sight of that. Rochelle, he ran into a brick wall. The Dockers have turned in a typically professional and disciplined performance. They will be delighted by that. What stood out to you today, Huff?
The Dockers were able to hold their nerve, and you can see what it means to them. They worked their tails off and kept on responding every time it was put to them. This is a premiership they had to win the hard way, but that only makes it sweeter. They will celebrate long and hard.
You get the feeling there'll be a lot said about this one. Thanks, Huff.
Fremantle have won the premiership. If you've enjoyed this rebuild, leave a like on the video, like and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comments section, as I'm trying to get this channel to 3,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching, and peace out.